Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name's Blades and I've got coffee. And we did Start Your Engines, which was the intro to 3.3, OpenGL 3.3 in our last episode. And I left you with a cliffhanger. How'd you get that stuff out of where we put it, in other words, cut it out and paste it into Test2, I think we called it. Let's have a look. So we're on default, aren't we? Yeah, okay. So here we are, there's Test2. Let's have a look at what I've done. That's how I've done it. Do I need the OpenGL widget? I don't know. Soon find out. Make sure that it works. Now you know why I like the coffee. Test2, test 1, test 2, goes blue. Brilliant, thank you. Don't need that line. Didn't think I did somehow. Right, so the only thing we're going to include is the OpenGL Functions 3.3 core, because that gives us OpenGL. Now, what's this about here? I've then asked for that include to have MGL as a pointer. So I've made a pointer to all of the functionality within OpenGL. I've then said, hey, could you pass it to me, main program, because we need to use yours. We can't use our own. We don't have any. Yeah, you have to pass it through. You can't just create it here. So we're passing it through, and you know what that means. If you can see those two there, you know what's coming up when we go to the CPP file. The other thing is the gluint vertex buffer ID I took out of exploration.h and replaced it with hash include test2, obviously, and test2 star m test2. I don't think I set that up properly. Well, I'll do that now. So under exploration, I don't think I put it in at the top. No, I didn't, because I'm an idiot. So m underscore test2 is a null pointer to start off with. It doesn't equal anything. Is that okay? Oh, it doesn't have one. So no, we can't do it. There you go. Can't do that. Sorry. Can't null pointer it because I've put that thing in the brackets. We can null pointer it if we go back to the header and put that equal to a null pointer. Yeah, you see, that's what that equals a null pointer means. Oh, save that out. Let's go back and try it again. Come on, come on, come on, you can do it. Member initializer mtest2 does not name a non-static data member or base class. Yeah, fine. It doesn't like it, so don't do it. It's telling you not to do it, so don't do it. But we do need to delete it. Yeah, because we have had to make it new. Where the original stuff was, test2, we've now got test2 equals a new test2. This, we're passing this through, which is exploration star. Okay. Now under exploration star, it's got all the member variables, it's got all the bits and pieces for what's included in the whole of this function, this object. mtest2 initialize test2 and mtest2 draw test2. Yeah, because that's what I've put in here in the header file. Initialize test2 and draw test2. That's not needed now. So it passes this through. Under this, it has an entry for Q OpenGL functions 33 core. I know because I checked it with the debugger. And what happens is this gets passed through. We pick up on the OpenGL functions, and the address that it's holding for it gets popped in there for us, which is very nice. Okay, so going on to the next part, make sure I've got all this right. Yeah, that's okay. Getting on to the next part, test2.cpp is a bit different to what you might think. So I put mgl equal to the gl, which is the normal type of thing, and then I've used mgl to point to the commands, because it's a pointer to the OpenGL stuff from this, which is exploration.cpp in this case, and it works. So that's all you have to do is cut and paste the initialization into initialize test2 and cut and paste the draw GL bit into draw test2, and just put mgl arrow in front of every single GL bit. You don't need to in front of the normal bits, but every GL command, we just put a pointer in front of it. Makes it easy, makes it simplistic, and keeps it within context, because you might have seen, whilst I was going through that in Exploration CPP, I've been taking out the make current and all that kind of stuff in case it was interfering with what I was doing, but I don't think it is anymore. Because the default context is fine usually, but it all depends, because now we're messing around with other things. The context we've got to be more careful with. That's why I took it out to start off with, to see what would happen. So now let's run it with the context added, and let's hope it doesn't just crash and burn. Test2, test1, test2 goes blue. Now how do we stop that? Well, it's simple really. It's just I didn't want to do it last time in case you're wondering what I was doing. So all you do is you put GL color, and we want the 4F version, that one. And all you do is you put 1.0F, comma, 1.0F, comma, 1.0F, comma, 1.0F, 4 ones. And now when you run it, that colour buffer bit, by the way, is the background, not the foreground. Test2, test1, test2, test1, test2, all fixed. Done. Let's get on with the mouse. Right. Last time I said start your engines, and I actually meant it, because what I was going to do is just add something into our source, and so I'll add it now. So we're going to add new. It's going to be a C class, it's going to be a choose, and we're going to call it user. Actually, I don't know what we're going to call it. Oh god, let's go and find out what I'm going to call this. So cancel that a minute. Mouse and do free. So here's the YouTube page, okay, that you're watching. Oh, we got some views. No, yeah, no, yeah, okay. Views, yeah, okay. At the top of the website here, next to the Patreon, if you want to become one, your choice, not mine. Amber Skies, let's go there. And GitHub code, let's go there. Let's have a look at my development area and the base framework. Source, let's see, core. Input we're calling it. So input H and CPP. There we go. So source, add new class, choose, input, yeah, input, lowercase. Don't want to add anything, yeah, blah blah. Browse. I want to put this into a completely new folder. So I'll just right click it, by the way, in this square here. New folder. We'll call it Engine Explorer. Engine Explorer. And inside Engine Explorer, we're going to put I'm going to call it core. New folder, core. And in here, we're going to choose and put that lot in. Source engine, blah, blah, blah. That needs more space. There we go. Core, input, CPP git. Yeah, okay. Finish. And there we have it. Input.h. And what I'm going to do, just pull this up a minute. Input.h. Pop it up on screen. Go to the top of it. Drag down. Drag down. Drag down. Drag down. Drag down. Drag down. That's got everything, I think. Copy. Let's hope this does it right. Don't need that. And this is H, isn't it? Where's H gone? There it is. Ba-dum-bum. Chunk. B. There we go. That's input.h. I'll tell you how this works in a second. So that's input.h. Make sure it's okay. Blah, blah, blah. No red. Nothing silly going on. Okay. That's fine. That leaves us with input.cpp. Okay. Let's go get that then. I like this game. I like typing like this. This kind of typing I do like. Oh, there's a few includes here. Q cursor, vector, and algorithm. Yeah, we're okay with those. Going down here, going down here, going down here, going down here. This is something that I've messed with over the years, so I think I got the original idea somewhere off the internet, or the original code off the internet, probably. Copy and shink the input, and it all goes red. Nice. Oh, it's got a capital I. Great one. There we go. Input.h. Yes. That's all gone nice. There are some errors in here. Old style casting. Okay. So if I take that from there, that from there, and just do that. Is that still old style casting? No. All it's asking me to do is move the brackets over. So we'll do that for it. Fair enough. There's the next one. Strange but true. Old to new. As you can see, it says it's because of something it's an update to the C++ standards. I think I went through the rest and did those. No, in the past I have had to go through this quite a lot. Alright, that's okay. We've now got input. What do we do with it? Well, we go to input.h and look halfway down and it says Window 3D. We don't want to be a friend of Window 3D, do we? No, we want to be a friend of main window.cpp. So we want to be a friend of main. I think it's window like that. I think it is. Yep, main window. And then under main window.cpp, sorry, we can now go to the very top of it and hash include, because it's friended with us, we'll be happy, happy, joy, joy, and it's in source. And it's under Engine Explorer, it's under core, and it's input.h. Fantastic. Yeah. And everything now should match up. Hey, we're getting quite a lot in here, aren't we? Main window matches up. Yes. Lovely. I'm happy. I'm happy, happy, joy, joy. What does this do here? Filter. Synchronize. Split. Okay. Another options? Nope. Okay. But you can see now we're getting... Oh, God. Save all. We're getting a few different things going. Now there's a problem, because if you remember going back to... oh, gosh. When was it now? I did a recap and I showed this lovely picture and I said that the window class had a timer. Well, it doesn't, because we never put it in. Right, that's my notes done with there. Don't need it. Oh, if you do feel like supporting me on Patreon, please feel free. If you do, I'll do this full time. I don't mind. I'm only doing it part time at the moment. I'm quite happy to set up things like Discord or some chat server. As you know, I've already got my own server, so I can set up a chat server quite happily. A private one. For us only. In Patreon and stuff like that. And, you know, answer questions, talk to you whilst I'm programming. Right, so we now have an input. What do we do now about this main window? We can close all of this lot off now. Test2 works up to now. We are going to be expanding on Test2, I hope. It's going to be our test ground for a bit. It's not looking too bad. Now we need a timer. So let's start one up. We need a hash include, and let's have a Q timer. T-I-M-E-R. And here, I want a star, don't I? You know, I've forgotten how to do this. Q timer. Doesn't matter. Q timer equals star m underscore timer. That'll do. We have to make one now, don't we? Yeah, that would help. So let's go to our main window. Now because of this here, I don't want... This is a bit awkward. Alright, we would have done it with the menu. We've got a new menu. Why aren't we destroying it? Who owns this menu? Ah, dear, yeah, it's that menu thingy there, so delete menu, isn't it? M_menu. Better do that. And we better also delete this timer. Delete M_timer. There we go. Did I spend enough time on that other bit? Yeah, I think so. I think you know what to do. Sources. No, sources. So in exploration, all we do now is put test2 equals a new test2 this, mtest2 initialize test2, and under the number else if mtest2, we just say test2 draw test2. Yay! Not overly difficult. So we've gone down to 3 lines. And if we want to add a test 3, I think you can follow the drift. So on a timer, what do we do with timers? Let's have a look. Just save that out a minute. Right, what I want to do is I want to put the spacing off this. Take all the spacing off. Because I want to add my own. And it's going to be void update. And where are we? Main window. There we go. So I've added a slot. Update main window. We shall add the definition. And what we're going to do here is we need a timer first of all, so let's get that going. M_timer equals a new, oh, there's tons of different types of timers if you want to look them up. Q timer, Q object, this is a Q object. I think it's a Q object. Yep, it's a Q object, alright. So there we go, and when we start the main window, now we have something to do here. Yay! We connect our timer, oh god, this is a lovely one, M_timer, comma, to signal, okay. So it's going to be a signal, and it's going to be timeout. I think it is for Q timer. Let's have a look. Q time. Timer, please. I'll take 12. Properties. Actually, it'll give us an example down here, won't it? Yeah, connect. There it is. Copy that. See, isn't trying to write it, I can tell you. That, and it isn't, it's update main window. That's now legal. So that's an M timer as well. So what we've got is we're connecting our M timer using the signal timeout to this main window star slot update main window. And if we go down, we've got slot update main window. Here we want to go M_time. Oh no, we don't. We haven't even started it. Blah 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 blah. First time we run it, we want a long timeout. So M_timer timer, and it's the arrow start, and we just put 1,000 in there for milliseconds, so 1,000 milliseconds a second, that is. So 1 second delay before this kicks off, giving our UI chance to come up on the screen, because if it comes up too fast we're in trouble, and we'll be stopping and starting the timer before we've even gone anywhere. So timer, M timer, always stop it. We don't want it going round in circles and queuing up events and messing us up. So stop the timer first. That's the first thing. Then we want to input, is it? I think it's input. No. No. Input, colon, nothing. Now I've forgotten how to use input. Follow symbol. There we go. Right, so it's input state, and it's just static void update. So is there a class? Yes, so it's capital I. Okay. So go back to main window, sorry. And what we want to do is type in input colon, that's better, update. Right, how this input, and then we just do things with our input, whatever we want to do with it, and then we restart our timer, but this time at 10 milliseconds, please. I don't want to wait a full second before we can press a key again. Oops, forgot my arrowhead. There we go. Thank you. So this is going to be our updater, which means back here in exploration, where I've put update, that comes out. We don't update there anymore. We update through the main window. We're going to drive our graphics using this timer instead of just using that queue application in main that we've been using so far. So before we start up the timer again, do stuff, and then we will go hey UI, and we have our main view, and we should have the update on here somewhere. Yeah, which one do I want? Queue widget update, that's the one. We update there. So, will all that work? Good question. Did I add that timer in? Right, it's not working. Yep, close, exit. Did our timer get put in? Input, yeah. Oh, input CPP. Have we changed it? No such slot, main window, colon, update main window. In. Yes, there is. See the name main window. Huh? Right, I've come across this before, where it hasn't done the slots with the queue object. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean all, and then I'm going to be rebuilding all. I want my signals and slots put together, please. Wow, 9 seconds. Just clean that again. Oh, it's not picking it up for some reason. No such slot main window, : update. No, there isn't, you're right. Read it properly and it'll tell you what the problem is. And the problem is I can't spell. There you go. Save. Go. Yep, it's worked this time. There you go. We're now driving it from main window timer. You can't tell the difference, can you? But there is a difference. Because now I've got access to my mouse and keyboard. The way this works is that each time through main window, let's just get rid of this a minute. Each time we go through main window, we are going to update the input method. Now that input method is like a bucket. Imagine a bucket, or a cup of coffee in my case. And every time we push a key, that key gets thrown in the bucket. Doesn't matter, you can still push it again and just throw it in the bucket. And every time that we release a key, that key gets taken out of the bucket. Now for that to work, we have to redirect the events, the Q object events from the underlying keyboard and mouse structure on your operating system. Luckily, we have an easy way of doing it. And I didn't even check, did I? Let's see if well, obviously if I'm using this input system, I should be using it on amber skies. So let's just go down to Qt 3D development, basic framework, source. There should be a main window or something here. Rendering. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. We'll do it through this way. So here we should have it's protected, and it is a declared override. It's inherited from Q window. Well, in our case, it's going to be a widget or what? No, it is Q main window. So let's pop those over. Copy. And we will have our protected. Where's our HHH? Ding. So public, private, protected goes between the two. So there's our protecteds. Overrides a destructor. Okay, we'll have to override you. So that's override. By the way, qdecal override is exactly the same as saying override. Yeah. Except this macro can be used to declare an overriding virtual function. Use this markup will allow the compiler to generate an error if the overriding virtual function does not in fact override anything. And this one does nothing. That's a C++ version. Oh, okay. So it's the same. It is roughly, it's the same thing. Oh, it's not going to give us one, is it? F1 though. No, it doesn't know. If it's C++, it doesn't care. It doesn't want to know. It only knows about Q. That's fair enough. So we've now got all of these. Yeah. So mouse press, mouse release, key press, key release. Should be easy. If we go back and we go to Windows CPP, they should all be in here for us. Under protected. That's getters and setters. Where's our protectors? Here we go. Set background colour. Nope. There we go. Protected events. And it's just that lot. There we go. And in the notes at the bottom of this, it tells you how to use it. Neat. Which we'll look at in a second. But we'll just pop these into the main window after the do free. Here. Start main window. What happened to that? Oh, it's there. Okay, after start main window then. So I'll leave a couple of gaps. I'll put that lot in, and that should leave a couple of gaps here as well. Okay. Main window needs to be copied over and replace. And replace. This is just recycling old code that I had from somewhere else. That's all we're doing. So inherited protects. Member access into incomplete time Q mouse event and Q key event. Okay, incomplete. I know what that means. It means we haven't included them. Hash include Q mouse event and hash include Q key event. There we go. That's what it's asking for. Give it what it's asking for. Thank you. So let's just check through here. Yeah, input register key event. You see how it's doing it now? So on the events, all we do when we update is make sure that we run an update for all of the events. The keys being placed in, keys being taken out. We just do an update to make sure everything gets like deleted that should be deleted, and everything that's in should be in. It means that you can press more than one key at once. Yeah. And also that the mouse does quite good stuff. So let's just have a quick look at what I've left as a note at the bottom here. So you stop the timer. You update your input. Camera. We haven't got a camera. We can handle rotations. We can do all of this kind of thing. Wow. Translations for the camera, forwards, backwards, right, and God knows what. We don't have the camera. I used to have a very good camera. I bet it's in here. And there's your update. Well, we don't schedule a redraw that way. Start 10. Yeah. I'm just wondering if we could do that one. Let's check. Interesting. So instead of doing that, what I've got in there is Q main window colon update. Yeah, that one. So that's calling the main window update. Will that update hours? No, I didn't think so. How interesting. Why do I put that in that way? No, I think we'll stick to the one that updates the user interface. Yeah. Now, every time I'm clicking in here or hitting the keyboard, it's now being registered by our program. We're not doing anything with it, so yeah, I think that's as far as I want to go here. Have a look at this stuff in here about the camera. That'll give you an idea of what we're going to be doing and how this input system works. It's very, very easy and very, very straightforward. But there's something I haven't told you. You don't have to put this in the same place as the events. So, close tabs. I won't be putting them in the same place. Not this time round anyway. Everything's happy here, everything's happy there. We have a program that's working and a program that has grown horrendously big with masses and masses of stuff here. So that's inherited. And these are all slots. So public. Now you know why I start putting these in. Slots. Let's get the other one. Inherited. Just make sure that goes out a bit so I can see it. Debug, yeah, okay. So that's our actual program there. Everything else jumps out of it. Everything else below here is either an event or a slot, which means it's called upon whenever an event or a slot is accessed by the user. All of this is now user input. Everything here is to do with user input. And that's what that lot does. So we've got mouses, keys, and keys. As you can see, it key register the key release. Take it out of the bucket, mate. With the mouse, what it hasn't said, and I've taken this off now, is that we do have a mouse delta. So we can find out what the movement of the mouse is as well. There is a mouse delta in that input system. So it will tell us how far the mouse has moved since we last checked, type of thing. Which is another reason why we need that update. So between updates, how far the mouse has moved. So we can use a mouse and we can pick things up and drag them around and it'll let us. I think it will. I'm not sure if I've got it switched on in the UI, but hopefully we have. Okay, done, 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 done. Everything corrected. Massive, massive test bed, and we've got all of our tests, and we've started an engine explorer, an engine. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. So I'll think about that and see if we can extend that some more. So until next episode, I don't know what the next episode is actually. I think we're up to mouse event and key event. We've just done that. We've started the engine with the Q timer, and we've come up to date with everything and got test 2 working as an individual test. Fantastic. If I went too fast through this or anything like that, just put it in the comments below. If you wanted me to spend more time explaining any part of that, put it in the comments below. If you want to ask questions on this episode, just pop it in the comments below. I'm quite happy to answer. If you join Patreon, you can get in touch with me. I will be on your doorstep every day of every week, 24/7. You just contact me and I will tell you the answers. It's easy. But that's up to you. That's up to you. It's $1, by the way. $1 a month for Patreon. Wow. Anyway, in the meantime, you take care. And above all, please, please, please have fun.